My next question, I wanted to get us into behavior a little bit, is how often you do this. You're obviously making a career out of this, but most salespeople should be getting paid to be master connectors too. How many calls, appointments? We both have scheduling links, so that's a nice hack we can circle back on later too, that we can schedule a bunch of interviews in a row. But I found if you do them kind of back to back, you don't get to really connect. There's like a forced deadline, and you're jumping right to the next one. You're not following up. You're not decompressing and resetting to really connect with the next person. So what do you feel like our regular cadence should be? How many people are you trying to connect to, and how many conversations can you handle in a day, week, or month?
It's a great question. I mean, I'm probably averaging about 5 or 6, and I do try to keep my daytime pretty clear for work-related stuff. My mornings before, sometimes
you say 5 or 6 conversations a day, or what?
Yeah, 5 or 6 a day. Yeah. The mornings I might do something before 9, maybe sometimes at 8 and 8:30. I might do a lunch hour one at maybe 12 or 12:30, and then I might do 1 or 2 at depending upon scheduling, or sometimes 3. And I am okay with back to back because I've learned how to navigate that without it coming across forced. I heard somebody recently said he has a rule. I think he's 20. I want to say 27-minute calls, which gives him that 3 minutes to just decompress. But I'm good with the 30 minutes. And I feel like if we didn't cover enough, I right on the spot, I'll schedule a second one. I'll do it around. Let's do round 2. But I feel good about it because I kind of lead and I set the stage as to how the conversation is going to go, and kind of keep an eye on the clock. Not like I'm trying to box the conversation in. But yeah, I mean, typically most people, for the most part, when they tell a story, it doesn't go beyond like 3 to 5 minutes the most. Some of them are 2 minutes. My story is probably 5. So that gives us a lot of time to kind of dig in a little bit, ask questions, kind of relate. So yeah, it's great. I think it works perfect for me. But I think to piggyback off your question in terms of sales professionals, business development people, owners, it's that, Glenn Rossi, ABC, always be connecting, right? It's a lifestyle. It's not just something you're doing just right, purposely, once in a while. It's how you live. And so I was been a little bit under the weather. So I hit the gym typically every day. I wanted to go to the sauna, maybe sweat out some of the stuff. And while I'm in the sauna, I'm talking to people, right? On purpose, right? I think I may have shared this with you, Mike. When I years back, I had a mentor who was extremely successful, took me under his wing, got me on a path of self-development, books and audios, networking. And he challenged me. He said, Steve, you need to meet 3 strangers every day. And, in the New York area, if you speak to a stranger, they're going to shoot you, kidnap you, kill you. But I did it, stretched me, got me out of my comfort zone. So everywhere I go, whether it be at the supermarket, at Starbucks, online, I don't care where I am. I'm talking to people on purpose and with no agenda. But you'd be surprised how many contacts I'm talking about. Not just people that, hey, it was nice to meet you, I got your name, but literally, and not even just their social media handle, because I know that's a lot of the younger people like to do. I'm talking about we exchange cell phone numbers, we text each other, and there's this beginning of a conversation. And my protocol with that, because to me the world is my networking event. So my protocol is I'll go right away and find them on LinkedIn, send a connect request. If they accept, which many times they do right away, and almost that same day, I'm sending that same message, pretty much slightly modified. Hey, it was nice meeting you at the gym today. Let's get on a call. Basically, the same message. I don't mean to be redundant, and you'll be surprised how many people from a conversation on a sauna. We were clothed, okay. It freaks me out when people go to the sauna with 0 clothing on. It freaks me out. I don't do it. At least put a towel on, please. Come on. Anyway, sidebar. But anyway, I'm definitely getting calls from that, and then continuing to grow the conversation, grow the relationship, and at the end, and we could talk about that if you like later. But it's like 4 or 5 or sometimes 6 add values at the end of every call that I'm throwing out to them. I don't care if they throw anything out to me. Doesn't matter. I'm throwing that out. And that makes me feel great about reaching out, because I know that I really am honestly, truthfully going to be adding value for them. It's not like some shtick. It's not some technique. It's really heartfelt and true.
I think that's awesome too. David Sandler, our founder, used to have a 3-foot rule himself, that if somebody came within 3 feet of him and he could reach out and touch them, he had to introduce himself. And so
Yeah.
whether that's in a grocery store checkout line or something else, might as well say hi and spend the time connecting with somebody. And you never know what's going to happen.